Okay, so we've got a map of Germany here, and you notice that Leipzig has been identified here with the north line. All right, and then part A says right on the bearing of Berlin from Leipzig. Okay, so we need to locate Berlin, okay, which you can see clearly is here, and we need to see the bearing of it from Leipzig. Okay, now what I do with bearings is I highlight, okay, the word from, okay, because that's where I'm going to measure. All right, so when you see that word from is where you put your protractor. So we put the protractor on Leipzig because we're going to measure the bearing from there. Before I do that though, I need to connect Leipzig and Berlin. So I'll get my ruler and we'll draw a line. Okay, now that line can be as long as you want. In fact, make it quite long so it'll be easy for you to measure. When we get our protractor, we put a protractor then at Leipzig because it says, doesn't it, measure the bearing of Berlin from Leipzig. And when you do your protractor, make sure that the origin of the protractor is on the point of Leipzig, okay, right on the top of Leipzig, and then the baseline of the protractor needs to be on top of the north line. Okay, it's got to be perfect, right? So make sure you're doing that properly, and then we can measure. Then, of course, when we measure from 0. Yeah, so you notice 0 is on the outside. Okay, so we'll measure from 0 here, outside scale, 10, 20. Now it's not quite 30, isn't it? It's 1 less than 30. I think that's what I've got there. I've done that right. 1 less than 30, so 29 is my scale there, measured from 0. Now, when you put your answer, okay, if I just roll 29, I get 0 marks, okay? No marks at all. I won't get a half mark, nothing. A bearing, right? A bearing is a 3-digit figure, right? So we need to put a 0 in front. If it comes out as 29 or a 2-digit figure, you need to put 0 in front to make it 3 digits. Always do that. Part B then, it says right on the bearing of Stuttgart from Leipzig. So let's locate Stuttgart, which is here. Okay, so I'll join them up. Okay, and we'll measure then from Leipzig again. Now if I put my protractor here, we will then go clockwise, all right, measuring from 0, Leipzig, with the north lines lined up, and of course with bearings you have to go clockwise, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, all the way round. Now I go all the way round and I still haven't got to my line. Okay, so what I do is I'll mark at the most the protractor can go to, which is 180. I'll mark it there, because there's no more scale, so I have to stop, and I'll turn my protractor around, okay, and I'll start measuring then from here, alright. Now remember I got to 180 already, 180 there, so then if I add another 10, that'll be 190, 200, 210, and then that's going to be, I think that's 7 in there, right? So I've got 217 in total. That's where I can write down that. And then part C then, it says name the place on the map that is a bearing of 270 degrees from Leipzig. Well, 270 degrees from Leipzig, remember that was 180, so I can keep going. So that's 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270. So 270 is their market, okay? And you can see then the name of the place that goes through. Well, I can even join it up from Leipzig. You can see it goes through Dusseldorf. Okay, so that's my answer there.